Well, hello. My name's Roger, and you are watching Chapter 22 of World's Longest Suicide Note. Um, yeah, I already said I'm Roger, but I also haven't told you that I am suicidal. Um, but I'm not a mental health practitioner, provider of any kind. And I don't dance very well. Don't ask me why. I have no rhythm. Anyway, I'm feeling salty today. Um, I'm feeling that um, my condition is giving me some challenge today, and today's challenge is mostly about monotony, the monotony of living with depression, anxiety, and feeling like you're stuck in a loop. You're stuck in just this loop of, like, you wake up, you deal with it throughout your day, you do the best you can, then you go to bed, you wake up, you deal with it the best you can, you wake up, deal with it the best you can, kind of, and ad infinitum. Just that continues for all eternity, or until you decide that that's eternity is now. There's the one of the biggest struggles I have is the monotony of struggling and doing it every day, day in, day out. um, that it gets tiring, and honestly, it's one of the reasons why people take that final step, is because they just the idea of going through another week, day, minute, dealing with this, it it gets old. It gets super old. And yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it today. Um, I mean, there's not a lot of alternatives. You either go forward or you don't go forward. Now that doesn't mean that you either go forward or you die. It just means that you have to find a way, and always finding that way. I guess a lot of people would see it kind of as a sentence, a penal sentence, not like penal as in penalty, not penal as in your dick. Um, so people, some people consider it like a. Why are you sticking on me? Stop. As a sentence, a prison sentence, jail sentence. There's definitely people who have compared that, living with that to being in living out a sentence of in a jail, in a prison. You got sentenced for whatever, and now you got to spend some time. Um, and I don't like to say that so much because I've never been to jail, and it's not a place I'm really contemplating going. Really, at this point, I don't have a lot of plans of becoming a criminal. I'm kind of set in my ways a little bit, and I don't know at my age if starting that life of crime would be beneficial. My joints ache, and I don't see how living in a prison would ever help that. So I don't, and I know that's not an easy life. I mean, some people probably don't mind it as much. If there's a wood shop, or activities, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of people excited to get into those places, even though you could have sex. It's going to be with other dudes, which for some people that's probably not a bad thing. I'm not a fan of getting shivved, so I would want to go to a place where there's like not a lot of shivving. Regardless, I don't like looking at my life like I'm stuck in a sentence of some that I'm doing penance, that I'm but here we are, dealing with the monotony of like going forward, and it's just a mental drain. This has happened before a lot, and it sucks, but it's part of the game. This is what we play. We have to stay alive, and so to stay alive, that means we have to deal with the monotony of staying alive, the minutia, the Monday afternoons where you don't want to deal with it. So painting helps, and so the whole idea is, okay, how do you get through a time when you're just feeling like you're treading water and nothing really, you're not accomplishing anything. This Monday I feel the same as I did a Monday 12 years ago. I'm a totally different person, but I'm in that same place that I was 12 years ago and 18 years ago, where I'm stuck in feeling like this during the week, and it's not helping me at all. And then the more you think about it, the more you're like, well, you're just wasting time. Why don't you do something? And the doing something is a trap. The mind says, oh, why don't you do something? Well, a lot of times then what we'll do is we'll start something that's like too much. You start getting your ideas like, oh, I need to achieve something epic, to get out of this funk, to get out of the, and the problem is you tell yourself, yes, I need something, I need to like shake it up, and then you start something that there's no way you're ever going to finish. Whether that's like, I am going to walk around the world, or I'm going to do this massive project, and just to get you through today, because you've the monotony and the boredom and the just the sheer weight of history behind it. You realize that it's not going to happen, and then because it doesn't happen, you feel worse, and then you feel like there's nothing that you can do, and it just it's a cycle, and it's monotony. It's horrible, because you don't want to go through this anymore. So monotony, the monotony of living this life, it's one of the hurdles that you have to be able to overcome, and it just requires a lot of internal communication and understanding, because I've been down this road a lot, and I've fallen into the traps. Oh, well, I need to do this. If I were to do this, then that would give me this quest, this massive quest that I can go on, and that quest will keep me from the trudgery of the everyday. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work, because we don't really have the strength to go on a quest, because we're dealing with the monotony. We're dealing with the everyday impacts. And so all that is false talking, false narrative that we are giving ourselves, and so we just have to stay focused. I need to get through this day, and I have things. I'm trying to be productive. I just have to get out of my head and understand that I'll feel this way again. I felt this way before. I'm going to feel this way again, and just work through it. I wish there was a shortcut. I wish there was an easy button. That's like, I'm feeling bored and tired because it's the same thing all the time. Push a button and something happens that transports you to another time and another place. So, with the lack of that, I'm just gonna keep moving and understand that it's gonna, whether it gets better or not, my feeling will change, and it will hopefully be reflected in a new day and a new start. But yes, working through these times are never easy. But there's no alternative. There's no alternative. Being mindful and just trying to stay positive. That's the best we can do, and hopefully the time will go around the clock a little bit faster for us, and we can get until tomorrow, and then tomorrow we're another day closer, and hopefully we'll get something done. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go because I'm bringing the room down, and you probably already are painfully aware of the monotony that we sometimes feel. It's working through it the best you can. Just keep fighting. We'll talk to you soon.